Hi guys, just wanted to share two dreams I had last night and how I know that they're from God. Okay, so the first dream I had while I was at work, a work I'd never been in before, and my boss announced that he would like to give us all a car. Now I don't drive, but I've always wanted a car, and at some point I thought, oh, well, I'll get a car and then I'll be able to drive. So it's kind of been a dream for me anyway in my natural life. So I went down and I had a look at the cars, and they were all really top of the range sports cars. And I was looking through and I was thinking, oh, which one should I have? I don't really want a sports car per se because I don't drive and I want to have something that's easy to drive. And then as I was going through, it was getting darker and people were taking away the cars and there was less cars. And I was thinking, I've got to make a decision soon, or else I'm not going to get a car. And then in the corner of the car park, I saw a Volkswagen camper van, something I've always wanted, but there was someone already in it ready to take it away. And I thought, oh, I missed that one. I can't believe I missed the one thing that I was actually interested in the entire lot. And I went down, carried on around, the people were still taking the cars. And then I went back to the camper van and nobody was in it. And I saw the guys that were in it initially. And I said, aren't you going to take the camper van? They said, nah, it's not what we're looking for. So I thought, hey, I get a camper van. So I turned on the motor and it worked. And then I started taking it and the brakes were a bit dodgy. And I was a bit worried I was going to die because the brakes weren't working properly. But took it back to my house, gave the engine a bit of a clean with WD-40 because that's all I knew. And I thought, well, I could learn how to get this engine looking clean. And at that point, I flipped dreams. So that was my first dream. I'll explain the relevance to that in a second. The second dream I had was, oh yeah, I was with a friend and we were, she told me about this garden that was really private and would be, it's like a paradise garden. And she said, all you got to do to get there is to get to this particular part. It's just crossing a main busy road. And you can get to this garden, but you have to go a specific way. And I said, come on. And she showed me the way. And it was the most dangerous thing I'd ever seen. You'd have to like almost trapeze across this main road. It was extremely dangerous. It was like, also there was a bit of tightrope walking and things like that. And I thought, oh, I can't do that. I'll end up falling onto the dangerous road. And then I thought, well, there must be a quicker way. And I said, look, why don't we just go around this way? And I showed a slightly wider route on the map where we could actually get there in the same way, but it's just a bit easier. And she said, okay, we'll give it a shot. But I've been told that those ways are not as easy as they sound. And I was like, okay, we'll give it a try. So we start walking along this path that I noticed, and she was working in front of me. And as we were walking up the path, it got a bit wet under our feet. It was like just a little stream of water, just very small stream of water. We're walking a bit further, and she just falls down this deep hole in the water. Now, I can't swim, so I was really happy that it didn't happen to me because she can swim, and she came out, and I was like, gosh, if I'd gone in there, I would have died because I would not have been able to get back out. And so she said, listen, this is the thing. You can't you can't take shortcuts. You can't go on these wider paths. You should go on this route, which was the specific way you have to do it. And I said, all right, okay, but this time I'll go first. So if anything happens to me, you can either save me, but at least you haven't had any calamities. So I then went, and to get to this, we had to go underneath this bridge to start with, and there was fast traffic moving back and forth, and it literally was a matter of crawling across the road. And you thought you're going to die because you're going to be hit by a car. And I started crawling across that road. And at that point, I woke up, and God put two words into my head, two verses. And one verse was, God gives good gifts to his children. And the second verse was, the narrow way leads to God, but the wide path leads to destruction. And I thought, oh, I'll look up the scriptures. And just, this is how I know it's from God. These two scriptures are literally back to back in the Bible. Okay. And I haven't read these scriptures for a long time. So, and I wouldn't have known they were back to back. So it starts in Matthew 7, verse 7. And some people know this off by heart, but they don't know where it goes. So Ask and it will be given to you. Seek and you shall find. Knock and the door shall be opened to you. Everyone that asketh receiveth. He that findeth and the knocketh, the door is open. Or what man is there of you whose, if their son asks for a bread, he'll give him a stone? Or if he asks for a fish, he will give him a serpent? And ye being evil know how to give good gifts to your children. How much more shall your Father whom is in heaven give good things to them that ask him? Therefore all things whatsoever ye should be that men should do to you, do even so to them, for this is the law of the prophets and the prophets. So this is saying that God will give gifts to his children, no matter whether they're bad or good. Okay. And the next one, straight after that, enter ye in at the straight gate, for the wide is the gate and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, like falling down a hole of water. And many there be which go in thereat, because strait is the gate and narrow is the way which leadeth into life, and few there be that find it. So narrow is that path that lead to great things, but wide is the path that leads to destruction. And God explained this to me in a dream. I wanted to share it with you. Please leave comments below, like it if you like it, and share it with anyone you feel needs to hear it. Okay.